Welcome back to T-Cast, episode 16.
I wasn't ready. Now go.
Fetish time.
My socks have holes in them.
Why
so
are we all taking our socks and shoes off?
we're slowly stripping on this podcast.
I don't like that. Feels like I'm on an OnlyFans video.
You can't take me anywhere. I'll slip down to me underwear if I had half a
Subscribe
chance.
to T-Cast's OnlyFans
Okay,
account.
no, we
It's
don't have an
$19.99 a month.
We don't have an OnlyFans, just to clarify.
This
That's
is just a
just
preview
ridiculous.
for the fetish. Okay, I'm going to stop.
Put the dogs away. So episode 16 with Jenna. Oh, no, hold on. I actually didn't make that. Was not
No, I was
planned.
going to say. That just
But
wasn't
obviously
done.
Jenna's not here this week again. It's the second time. Bit sad, but bit under the weather.
When you're sick, you're sick.
When you can't really control it.
Yeah.
But she's an apology for tonight, so we had to do a bit of a swap around with the topic for this week.
She really is letting the team down, though.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
But
she's not off to a good start.
not intentionally.
No.
Isn't she always sick when it's her turn to do it?
You know what? Claudia mentioned that earlier.
Yeah,
She
I think
said,
so.
Jenna's just pretending to be sick. And I was like, what do you mean? She goes, she's meant to do a punishment this week.
Mm.
And I said, now hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, you were just talking about the topic, but
Yeah,
also
topic.
it's meant to be her punishment this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yours?
And mine, but I'm not doing it without her. That's the
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, that's why we're putting that off.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
I think that's probably one of the fairest sporting quizzes we've had. Fairest quizzes we've had in general.
It was good.
Yeah, it was not a completely one-sided
No.
thing. Like, I got the first three out of pure luck.
Somehow, yeah.
I don't know how I did it, but then I just went downhill. I think I ended up with 6 out of the next, 16 questions. I got 3 right.
Yeah.
So, not great, but...
Oh, well, that's all part of the competition, the friendly sporting spirit. So, no, I approved it.
Well, it's just... You know, I'm just hoping it's nothing like the one I had to do the other week, because I actually felt sick after having, like, the tiniest bit of that. Like, blue food dye, chili flakes, chili powder...
I smelt it and I thought there's no way I'd be
Milk.
able to stomach it.
I don't know. Oh. And then it was all, like, it didn't taste bad, but then a few minutes after I felt like I was going to vomit.
Yeah.
It's not like... Huh?
That was my doing. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all you.
Yeah.
No, you did well. Like the punishment side of things. Okay, it was a punishment, but Jesus, you could go easy on him, you know.
Yeah, you brought it over and I'm like, why is this blue? What have you put in this?
That was actually Jenna's idea. That was
To
actually
make,
pretty smart.
to add the blue food dye.
Yeah.
Yeah, my teeth and tongue was stained for the rest of the day.
Yeah. That's what she wanted to do.
It was a bit embarrassing, but...
Could you taste like the food dye?
No, I couldn't. It
Yeah.
wasn't like a distinct flavour. I could taste the chili flakes for sure. There was spice to it. I'm like, milk shouldn't be spicy for one.
Well, isn't the idea of milk when you have something hot
Milk's
and spicy
meant
to
to
like, cancel it out?
counteract the spice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meant to.
It's meant to, but it didn't this time because the spice
Spice
was
was-
mixed with the milk.
Yeah. Well,
And it made the milk spicy. And
weird. That's surely an
wa-
oxymoron.
it felt like... It felt wrong. If that makes sense, because, as I said, they're meant to counteract each other.
Yeah.
But when it doesn't... And when they... it was a really weird texture in my mouth, and I didn't like the way it felt.
I think we're just lucky we didn't have to worry about that.
It was bad.
So
Yeah.
the worst thing is I come up with some of the good punishments, and then like what is
Define good punishment.
it? Evil punishments.
Ones that he
Yeah.
doesn't have to do.
Yes, and then like
I mean, good point
people
there.
try to like one up me. Like I remember when you guys gave me that, what was it, the Fruit Loop one, and I actually enjoyed
It
it.
was like soy sauce, vegetable
Yeah.
oil.
No, I actually enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad.
Oh,
Yeah, go figure.
was not impressed. I don't know how you... Like, that was just literally the worst thing we could think of. And you're like, oh, this tastes lovely.
And then like,
Make me another.
and then I'm like, here, milk. We haven't used that yet as punishment.
See,
Milk.
I usually like milk, but not when it's blue and has chili in it.
Yeah.
That was unreal.
I think that's reasonable to assume. Yeah.
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 Well,
You don't want your
no one
blue
wants-
milk and chili flakes.
spicy milk. And if
Again,
milk's blue,
oxymoron.
there's something going on.
There's something going on.
But
Gee.
yeah, so no Jenna this week.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll be back next week. But we don't actually know what's going to happen after this week. But before we get into that, we have to do the housekeeping because I almost forgot about it. But we will come back to that about the schedule.
She doesn't get added to her tally of the swear jar at the
I
moment.
reckon
I reckon we rule it out for this week.
from here on out, if you miss an episode, your average gets added on to it.
Your average gets added on.
So me,
You
for
do
the
the
moment,
average
I'm like
up to this point.
15 swear words out of 15 episodes, so
You
add
one
one.
to it.
Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah,
But
okay,
not
okay.
starting this week because we
No.
haven't talked about it with Jenna.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got to make it fair.
We make group decisions here at podcast.
Okay, anyway.
Yeah,
We'll
so-
get into that in a second.
Well, speaking of averages, Tyson, this being episode 16,
Yeah.
you're now averaging less than one swear per episode.
That's unreal.
Self-control.
I'm at about like 0.46 or something.
Yeah.
You've sworn 15 times. I've sworn 7 times. I've sworn 7 times. There you go. Adam, do you want to take a guess at how much yours is?
63.
No, you're not in the 60 category yet.
59.
58.
No, 58, yeah.
Oh, God.
And Jenna is on a total of 39.
No, she's nearly cracked the 40.
Wow.
Yeah.
I swear she was just on like 20 the last episode.
She swore a lot. Recently. She has recently.
Last 2 episodes sort of thing.
Her average is 2.6 per episode. So at the moment, or if we were to implement that, she would be on, what's that, 41?
I'm curious, what's my average per episode?
What are you? You're 58.
I'd be...
58 out of...
It'd be 10? No, or 8.
10?
No,
That's
hold
a lot of
on.
swearing.
No, hold on. It'd be like
You're up to 150.
4.2.
Very, very close. 3.86.
3. That's not actually... When you put it into perspective, it's not that bad.
But when we first started, you're probably doing 10 an episode.
Yeah. It fluctuated for you.
Well, I had to sort of get out of the habit. Because when I'm not doing this, I tend to swear more.
Yeah.
There were some episodes where you did good at not swearing. Did well, I should say. But
Next year, if we're still going, we need to just cut out the swearing thing and because it's accumulating too much money for me. It's literally like
you need to put all that money that you're swearing into the jar out of that and put it into the baby fund.
if I'm being honest, Claudia's not very impressed that I owe so much money to the swear jar, so I'm trying to sort of cut back on that a little bit.
You were
But
sleeping in
I
a
think
doghouse.
I think it's one of those things is we're trying to better control of swearing. Because I know with me, it's a habit just to swear.
Yeah, I want to try and stop swearing so much.
And
Especially-
doing it, and you got a punishment. At the end of the day, it's not a bad punishment. But like I'm pretty sure, I'm not sure if I said this, but whatever you end up putting in the jar, I'd match yours.
You did say that, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Yeah, okay.
I'll match yours.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
You said that a little while ago. Yeah, well, I still owe you $20 from the weekend. That bet fell through.
Yeah.
For those that aren't in on this bet, what happened? Tell us about it.
Throughout the year, I've been betting on the football just every now and then, and sometimes I'll have a win. Most weeks I won't have a win.
And most weeks you will get very, very, very close. But one poor bugger
The
just
amount of
doesn't
time,
kick that
the
ball
amount of
one more
times
time.
I've been one off,
Yeah.
is
Like you're multiple.
surreal.
Yeah.
Like at least probably 10, 15 that I've had throughout the year. I was like, I really want to bet on the grand final because the last game of the year, and I won't be doing it for ages. Maybe not again. I don't know. But
You will.
I probably will, yeah. You know, if you get a win, and then you're just like, oh, I can do it again. And then if you lose, I might win next time.
There's always next time.
Before we get onto it, I saw this person post on Twitter. He's like, I just have this dedication to gambling. I wake up and I need to gamble every day. And some comments, I'm pretty sure that's called an addiction.
Addiction.
It's like, no, it's like adrenaline.
I'm driven to win.
Yeah.
It's a can-do attitude.
Driven to lose my money. So that's why I don't do it. I've never gotten into that. I've never, like, actually the only time go on.
You're better with money.
You're damn
Like,
right
you're
I am.
more controlled with money, I think.
Yeah.
That's the thing, like...
My old man installed to me, bet what you can lose, not what you're
That's
going
good.
to win.
That's a really profound way of looking at it.
Yes.
But, like, because, I didn't have much money in my account because I only get paid fortnightly at this point. And it was like everything came out the last fortnight. And Tyson come over to watch the final and he's like, I heard you don't have any money this week to put a bet on for the grand final because it's the last game of the year. I'll give you $20 and if it gets up, I'll take the 20 back and you keep the rest of the winnings. I was like, all right, sure. No problem. Didn't get up. Didn't get up.
Worth a shot, at
On
least.
paper, it looked really strong.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, you never know.
No. And
Because
that's
it
why
can
I
get
can't do
so
it.
inconsistent. Like,
Yeah.
a player who is averaging like 20, 25 a game, that he might get injured or like, it's so unpredictable. But it's like, it adds a bit more excitement to watching it. Like, because I don't know, does that make sense? So it's like...
No.
You barrack for it a lot more.
Yeah, well, I'm more invested, like, I'll bet on games that the team I support is not playing in.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I might watch that game because it's actually like a couple of good teams playing. I'll bet on that one. I'll watch it, see what happens.
Well, that's why I got involved into our footy tipping comp, paying attention to the teams and how they were going, comparing against others. I'm trying to do it for AFLW at the moment, so I'm trying to like look at the ladder and see how they're going, but it's not the same as the men's.
I just love that the women are doing the AFL. I think it's great.
Okay,
great
we're
equality.
going into this, are we?
No, I
Go
just
Silent. Yeah, go on.
I'm just not as invested in it as I am in because I've grown up like the men's AFL. Like, I'm not saying they're not good at what they do. I think it's great, but I don't know.
Have you seen some of the highlights of like
there's
some
a
games?
lot of highlights. Like, they're very talented athletes and more athletic than me, obviously. Like, and I'm not going to say that they shouldn't do it because they should be doing it. It's something that they really enjoy. Like, it's like someone saying to me, "Hey, you shouldn't be working in the school," and I'm like, "No, I like working in the school."
You guys know my stance on footy. I don't watch it. Like,
No, you play with a round ball.
yeah, I play with handball.
Yeah, you're
Good
old soccer player.
The true football. The world's game.
Yeah,
That's the way.
okay.
Okay.
But it's like, I do watch the soccer. I do enjoy it. But I don't watch AFL. And I don't watch WAFL. It's like, I only watch games when I come here. Or if I somehow catch a glimpse of Tigers playing. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch the Tigers play.
Yeah, we've been to a couple of games together.
I think it's different when you go in person.
Yeah, going to a game is so much different. You soak up
The atmosphere is so much better. And especially in the big games, like I've been to Anzac Day, I've been to the Dreamtime game, like the two biggest games of the year, besides the grand final. I've never been to a grand final, haven't had the need to.
Yeah, you and me both.
Obviously, the team I support hasn't made one, and they probably won't for a while. They're not at the standard they need to be, unfortunately. Like, regardless, I reckon it would be, like, I'd love to just go to a grand final, regardless of who's playing. I think it would just be unmatched.
Or even if you could get behind one of the teams. There was a game of footy where I went to where it was Carlton versus Port Adelaide at the MCG, and I couldn't care who won that game. But the fact that there was at least one Victorian team or, some team that was sort of close to home, because Mum and Cameron obviously barrack for Blues, my brother and my mum. That gave us enough of a leg to stand on to go, okay, we're going to get involved in this game and support Carlton. That was just something that we wanted to do.
I actually had them for the premiership this year.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. The way they were playing, they were just ploughing through every team.
Even when they were 15th?
At one point they were.
when they started going on the up, and then they were just playing really towards the end.
Yep.
I think it was from round 15 onwards, they just started playing great footy. And the way they were moving up the ladder was just insane. And then they got to the finals, and I'm like, there's no reason why they can't do it. They beat Collingwood.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon if they had got to the grand final...
You can't say it would have been a closer match.
I'm not saying that it would have been...
I don't know. I mean, they beat Collingwood, so they could have.
They have beaten them before. Brisbane hadn't lost to them in a while either.
I just feel like this year, when Collingwood needed to step up, they've been able to step up.
Yeah.
Look at that Anzac game. Like, I think they were down at like 3/4 time.
Was that a kick after the siren, or was that a different game?
It was after the siren, I believe, wasn't it? Was that last year, Jamie Elliott's kick after the siren?
Talking about this year as well, because it was a close game to the last.
Anzac Day is always a close game.
It always is, yeah.
Always a close game.
It's the occasion.
But then after like going down and watching Dreamtime game, I thought Essendon would have been in a running to make the finals.
The way they started the year was they won 4 out of 5, I think, to start.
Yeah.
And they ended up only winning, 12 games for the remainder of the year. And there's 24 rounds, or 23 games.
Yeah.
So that's not a great record.
Yeah,
They've got the list to do it. It's just whether or not they can keep that consistency up.
You know what annoys me? When people say, they've got the list to do it.
Oh, we've got a team forward. Yeah, we'll make it up there.
Am I wrong, though?
I'm not saying it's just Essendon supporters. I'm saying it's everyone. Everyone's we've got the list to do it. Of course you got a good list. They're all good players. I was watching this interview with
Craig McRae.
Yeah, and he was saying that last year everyone was taking the elevator. So he banned the Collingwood from taking the elevator. They had to take the stairs everywhere they went.
Interesting.
So in a hotel, they took the stairs. They always took the stairs.
Because it's not the easy way up.
I was about to say, what's the psychological repercussions of that? Yeah,
it's not the easy way up. It takes a few people to change.
The mindset has to change.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
You look at the Tigers. Tigers had a winning side for a few years there. But the mindset just sort of stayed the same. They expected everything to work the same way. It's not till recently where it sort of started to change.
Well, they won 3 in 4 years? That's a bloody good effort.
Yeah.
Back to back, and then they buggered up the triplet, and then...
No,
No, I think they won.
they won.
They lost. Then
Oh,
2
yeah,
in a row.
sorry, 2018
And then
was
2 in a
when-
row they got, I'm pretty sure. Was that right? So they won,
29,
19
18,
and 20, yeah.
didn't make it, and then got 2 in a row.
Yeah, because 2018 was
Yep.
when Maynard got blocked and the umpire didn't call it.
God, only you would remember those things.
You're damn right.
See,
Plus, I'm rubbing
Only-
into Collingwood supporters everywhere. So.
you know what? You know what is funny? When you're not here, like on the weekend, there's so many times I was like, I better take a photo of that. Better take a photo of that.
Tyson's up. For a bit of context, when we're live at the football, we give you a bit of crap for this, but I understand the reason behind it. But when we're live at the football, because you're an umpire, whenever there's a free kick, every single time you're up taking a photo of the time, saying, I need to take a photo of this so I can go back and review it and see if they were right or not.
And
Tyson
I
was
truly
taking the
love
piss.
it because it shows the dedication to
Yeah.
him
Thank you.
improving himself. But at the same time,
But it's easy to take the
it's-
piss out of
it's-
as well.
it's funny.
Like, and I'm not saying, like, again, it's just a thing that you are passionate about.
Yes.
It's like I was just talking about. He's trying to make himself to be at that level, so he's taking the time out of his own thing to go, okay, I'll look at that in my own time.
It's
Yeah,
part
for
of
sure.
it's part of my quirks, for lack of a better word, because umpiring is something I view to, if I could make it as full-time as I possibly could, I would. But the reality is it's definitely part-time. You know, not even that.
It's a hard gig too.
Someone's got to do it.
If you make it, you're literally like, I feel like there's not just luck, but it's also,
Luck plays a bit of part of it.
there's like skill, determination, knowledge.
And personability, like, you've got to be able to sell yourself very well.
Kind of, but not really. So how they view it is if you are someone who's coachable. So if a coach says to you, hey, you're lacking in your running, you need to work harder, you need to run quicker, and then you go out and do exactly that, like implementing it straight away, that's what the coaches for the next level
Yeah,
look
so
for.
you're able to quickly adapt to
Learn.
constructive criticism
Yes. Yeah.
and not take it personally.
Yeah.
So that's something that I struggle with is constructive criticism.
Ooh.
So I'm not sure.
Sorry,
When
I'm
we
so
play-
going to turn up the volume on that. That's going to sound grotty in the mic.
Wait.
I'm just getting sound effects.
ASMR knuckle
Yeah.
cracking with Tyson.
Like when we
And
played,
now we are doing cracking of the knuckles with Tyson. We hope you have a good time listening.
oh my God.
Sorry. That's going to sound so weird. I apologize.
So it's like when we played indoor soccer. I was able to tell you a few things and you'd listen.
Yeah,
You know?
well, I trust your judgment.
And then
in that
I tell you a
area.
few other things and you're just like, nah. And I'm like,
Ah, never mind.
I remember you yelled at me one day because I was just there for a piss take. I was in the goals and I've done like the stupidest spin move and thrown the ball out of the goals. And I was like, did that look cool? And Tyson goes, no, that fucking didn't look cool. Play the game properly. And I was just like, I was just there for fun. Like, and I didn't expect anything, but like, I also should have been sort of,
when I play soccer, I'm passionate as.
yeah. And I
Actually, add the
definitely
swearing.
see that.
But that's like me with footy.
Yeah. Make sure you add that swearing as well.
That's what I'm doing now, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was good for part of the story.
Yeah.
It was worth it, yeah.
But
Had to make it as realistic as possible.
because that is something I would say.
Yeah, it literally was. You were like, that didn't fucking look cool.
So what did you say earlier about putting the money towards a baby and not a swear jar?
Oh, well.
Which, by the way, how are you feeling about that? It's the due date's coming up soon. It's all sort of exciting, nervous.
Due
time.
date's 3 days away.
3 days from when we're recording this, yeah.
Yeah. We're recording on the 6th, so 9th of October.
Yeah, it took
Is
you way too long to figure that map out.
It's been a long week. I've been doing numeracy all week, and
You still failed.
that's literally, we've been working on skip counting by like 2s, and I couldn't even do 3s.
My favourite skip count is 1, 2, skip a few, 99, 100.
Oh, that's a terrible way to teach it.
Yeah. And you teach kids.
Oh, no. Actually, at the moment, I
Assist kids.
assist kids
Ah.
to
So,
learn.
so you can point the blame to someone else.
No, but I wouldn't know. Very, very good teacher that I work with. Anyway, yeah, so it's not that far away.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it's going to go over, but
Mm.
we're definitely ready to
Have this kid.
meet him.
Mm.
It's just we're having like restless nights and everything. and I'm starting to get a bit nervous,
Oh yeah.
but also really excited because obviously first baby, it won't feel real until I'm actually like holding.
And even then, I reckon it'll take a while for it to like sink in.
It'll
It's like,
be
this
hard
is my
to-
child.
It'll probably be real as soon as it comes home with you.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's going to be hard to adapt to a new routine because I'm so accustomed to how my life is now, and it's never just going to be the two of us again. It's always going to. We're always going to have
Someone else running around to annoy you.
someone else with us. Like, and someone at work was like, "This is
You'll
gonna,
never
that's
be
gonna,
alone.
that's going to be your life for the next 18 years. It's going to suck." I was like, and she, "Oh no, that sounded so mean." And I was like, "No, I get it."
Yeah.
So that's one of the reasons why I like being an uncle and having a niece, because it's like I don't have to worry about that sort of messy sort of stuff. You know, I can just be there, have all the cuddles, say hi, and then just.
Do you reckon you'll ever have kids? You want kids?
Yeah, I think I do. My girlfriend Daisy and I, we've been talking about if we were to go down that path, how many we would have. So I'm the oldest of 3. She's the oldest of 4.
So you'd have 7.
That's quick maths.
That
Good
was.
job.
I'm very
Quick maths.
impressed.
She wants 4 because naturally, like being oldest of 4, she also wants 4.
Well, start saving.
Well, I reckon I'd be okay with 3. I don't think I want 2. I know I definitely don't want 1.
Nah.
I can't stop at 1.
So that's the thing. The child is an only child. I feel like
It's either a hit or miss if they're...
it all comes down to the parenting too.
Oh god, yeah. And like
I think.
what environmental factors are
I
around?
feel like I want to be very like strict but lenient at the same time. Does that make sense? So sort of like
Talk about
teach
oxymorons.
that you can't always get what you want, and you need to sort of take it on, get up, move on.
I
you
think firm might be a better way.
Firm but fair.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I like that.
Firm but fair.
Yeah.
And
I think you will be.
we'll see. I'm hoping.
What are you doing?
Cut my finger.
How?
Wednesday.
What?
With Stanley knife. I cut it.
Oh, today.
Oh, you cut
Wednesday.
your finger. Okay,
On
I was very
Wednesday.
confused. Lovely.
Do you reckon you have kids?
Yeah. I'm sort of on the same boat with goals here. See, I reckon 2 I'll be all right with. 3 I'll be there. But 4 is probably getting a little too much.
Yeah.
But then it's an even number. So this is what Daisy says. Because 3 is uneven.
I
which
went to
get, but,
school
like,
with a family. There was 7 kids
7.
in the family, and they never drove anywhere. The mum didn't have a license, and I'm pretty sure to this day doesn't have a license. They would walk everywhere.
Was this like a family in the city, or like originally from the city, or were they like in a regional town?
From regional, yeah.
Yeah.
So I believe they didn't live far from the school that we went to. So they would walk there, they'd walk home, and I see that one of the kids now works at one of the local supermarkets. Always see them walking, so obviously they haven't got a license either.
It's really personal preference, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I have talked to people that have said they just don't want to drive, they just don't feel the need to drive. And that's each to their own. Like, some people like riding bikes, some people like walking. I like driving because it's quicker.
I think
Perhaps
driving
if you're a late foot.
is just freedom.
Yeah, well, I love driving on a long open road, just straight and just.
It's like on
Blast my
the
tunes.
weekend you just got away. You could just drive there
Yeah.
instead of having to organise like a train route or anything.
Like, if I'm going to the city, I'll organise public transport. I refuse to drive in the city.
Yeah, same.
It's not bad once you get used to it, because I do that fairly often, because obviously my partner lives in the city. So driving an hour and a half or so away from here to there, you get a bit of traffic,
City
but
girl, here country boy.
you are very accurate. Yeah, it's
Are you a songwriter?
It's alright, you can just call me Ed Sheeran from now on.
Okay, let's not inflate your ego. But yeah, no, it's not bad. You get used to it. But
Yeah.
like the regional and the country roads, you definitely get to switch off. That's what I like. You mentioned going away this long weekend just gone.
How was that?
Yeah, it was good. It was good. We stayed in this nice little cottage area. It was a nice little country town.
So not different to your own house you're living in now, the country.
You call that the cottage?
Yeah. So where I
It
live at
probably-
the moment is a bit more dinged up.
Probably be nicer.
Yeah, this place was, it's a share house sort of thing. No, sorry, not a share house. A rental house. So
Airbnb.
yeah, Airbnb. Yeah. So they take care of it a lot better. It's more done up, all that sort of stuff.
Have you heard, while we're on the topic of Airbnbs, have you heard that there's I think it's in Scotland, the
You can do a castle.
Shrek house.
Oh, no.
is on Airbnb now.
Wow, okay.
Claudia showed it to me the other day, and I said, I need to go.
That's great.
I just thought it was really interesting. Like, there's some really fascinating Airbnbs. I'm pretty sure there's a Harry Potter themed one somewhere in
I'd
the
love
world.
that, yeah.
Oh, there's like a castle one. What is it? When we went out to the Great Barrier Reef, you can pay to stay a night at the out in the middle of the ocean.
Wow.
Underwater?
No.
Because I know there's some underwater hotels that they've got in the world.
But it's like that I was just like, nah. Like, what happens if anything happens with like my nut allergy and that sort of stuff? I'm stuck in the middle of the ocean.
Well, you should carry EpiPen with you.
I did actually then, because Eliza was with me and she had it.
You're all right.
She had it. She had it in her purse.
Well, you know what? You need to take Eliza with you everywhere because she will carry the EpiPen because she's responsible. You're not.
I am responsible.
Have you got it on you now?
Why do I? I'm not eating.
Not that you're irresponsible, but
I'm responsible, just forgetful.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, sure.
I have a really bad memory as well. Like, I walked to the car, realised I left my work keys inside, went back to the car, realised I left my work laptop inside, had to come back in, and then I had to go to the car and back in about 3 times.
This happened to me on my way to get here. I forgot like 3 or 4 things. I had to go back inside.
GoPro.
One of them
Computer.
might have been the GoPro.
He actually brought it this week, so that's nice.
I have a habit of forgetting the main thing that we use to record the video for this.
You know what?
So.
As long as I don't forget the baby in the car, I think I'll be fine.
You walk out. I feel like someone's missing here.
Or leave the baby in the house.
I'd much rather if you left the baby inside there.
So would I. I'm not. I won't. It's okay.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that's what will scare me as a parent because you're so sleep deprived and you just switch off autopilot.
Yeah.
And the kids in the
You
car.
ever do that while you're driving?
Well, I was about to say the exact same thing. Yeah.
I know you probably do.
See?
I hate driving with you in the car.
Why?
Your driving is atrocious.
Oh, we don't talk about that. I thought we were talking about like switching off still.
Oh, no.
I don't really lose focus because I've got to change gears.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you drive manual, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got to. I drive a real car.
I've got a manual license and I know how to drive manual, but I've only ever had automatic cars.
Yeah, same.
I'm glad I have that skill though.
Yeah.
I don't. I tried driving a manual once and it did not work. I don't see the need.
What happens if you're stuck in the middle of nowhere?
And the only cars you got-
Claudia,
yeah.
And the baby, and the only car you got is a manual.
Or someone from your family's on their deathbed, the only car available is one that's a manual. You got to know how to drive that shit, you know? Can I get an Uber, please?
Claudia would know how to drive a manual.
Claudia, do you know how to drive a manual?
She's a country girl, surely.
Sort of.
Yeah, that's better
Well,
step
she's
than
one
you.
step ahead of me.
We've got to do an episode where we film it in your car. Just get you guys to drive a manual.
Yeah, good luck.
We'll
could do
be
that,
bunny
though.
hopping. We'll be like,
Now,
Yeah, yeah. Or they just stall.
Speaking of the baby, I'm not going to tell you, but
Oh, yeah.
I want to know what you both think the name is going to be.
Yeah.
okay, before we guess, is it common?
What?
Claudia, would you say it's common?
So like Ethan,
Adam.
Well,
Starts with A.
if I'm, huh? Yes and no, if that helps.
Is it hard to spell?
So it's not like a unique.
It's not like Ezekiel or something.
Yeah.
No, it's not like Equilibrium or something like
See,
that.
I'm sold. It's Elijah.
Elijah, is that your final answer?
No.
Well, you said you're not going to tell us either way. So what's the
No, but I'm
point?
gonna write it down and see who gets the
Oh,
closest.
right, yeah.
Gonna judge it on amount of letters you get right in the name.
Do you like Twilight?
No, she doesn't. So you were thinking Edward.
Edward.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is a nice name.
I reckon it's got to be a name that you have no association with any other person in your life.
Do you know what? It's really hard too because working with kids, Claudia has said like, oh, not naming it that one because I've had a lot of trouble with that child. Or like bad memories and stuff.
She would never name a child Oliver, she said.
I love her. Olives.
Just like in general.
Just not a fan of that name, she said.
It's too popular.
Eliza's.
I had that thought. You may as well come here and chat then.
It's funny. Eliza's got these list of baby names and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And like go through them, and she says them. I'll just come up with some pretty bad nicknames for some.
Yeah, and that's the problem you face as a parent when you got
See-
to pick a name.
I will say that this name was not originally on Claudia's baby list.
Oh, it's funny. Your top name was going to be Caden.
It was, and I was like, Tyson's not going to love this because it's his brother's name. So that was going to be our original name, but then too many people ended up being told that name, so we're like, let's change it.
Is there a real process that you and Claudia have to talk through, like as a couple, to figure out and narrow down and hone in on a name that you picked for your son?
Well, no, so Claudia had names, and we went through it, and we're like, we have the middle names as well, and we're like, let's try this name with the 2 middle names that we've got.
2 middle names?
Yeah.
Kid's going to come out with something real mouthful sort of thing.
Foxtrot, Charlie, Uniform, Kilo. No,
It's got to be real easy then, like a real simple first name. If you've got 2 middle names.
I don't know. That doesn't necessarily have to go together.
Can you tell us the middle name?
Claudia, can I tell them the middle names? Because by the time this comes out, the baby will be here.
Oh, yeah. When this gets released, the baby will have already been here.
I hope.
You hope, yeah.
We've got like 4 episodes.
Yeah, this is the third in the line of needing to come out.
Yeah, there's a lot to edit and record, especially when you work a full-time job. So it's a bit difficult to sit down and go, okay, I want to do this and this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the letters.
I can tell you the initials of the name.
Yeah.
That
wasn't
sounded
me.
like a string on a guitar, just like boom.
That actually wasn't me.
Smells bad too. Sorry, boys.
We're
so
a gentleman on this podcast.
So I can tell them the initials of the whole name?
Yeah.
E, B, J.
BJ.
Oh, no. You got to change that now.
No, I'm not.
Benjamin Jonathan.
Elliot.
So what do you think the first name
Oh, that's it.
I reckon Elliot.
He's hit it on the nose.
Yeah.
you reckon?
He's hit it on the
All
nose.
right,
I reckon you would like
so
Elliot.
let me write this down. So Colesy says Elliot.
Elliot, Brandon, James. I don't know why, but I've just got that. I reckon I might stick with that.
Okay.
Or Brendan, or Brand. You know how you have Brandon.
I'm gonna go Eli. Simple. Eli. Benjamin.
Benjamin might be on the money there too. I like Benjamin. For sake of differentiation, I'm going to keep mine to Brandon though.
Johnson. Nah, John.
John.
John the Baptist.
So when the baby comes, we will reassess
I like this.
and see how close you guys were.
And see how far off we were.
Okay. So, loser as punishment?
Nah.
I think,
Fuck it
you know
up.
what? I'm taking control of this. If you lose and you have the least amount of letters, or like if you got, like for example, if you got one of the names right and the other person didn't, the other person loses,
Yeah, so it's whoever's closest.
is what I meant.
What if we both get one right?
Rock, paper, scissors.
I mean, what the heck?
Okay.
Sounds like we're just winging it anyway.
Hold on, I have to clarify something.
We're pretty much winging this episode anyway. Did you just take a Snapchat?
Yeah, I'm just taking it. I'm sending it to
Because
Claudia.
that's the face that you make whenever you take a Snapchat.
They're changing the name now, so we're both wrong.
Getting back to the subject of names and stuff like that, Tyson, said that Eliza's got names picked out. Daisy and I are the reverse of that. Daisy has no clue what names she wants. Or at least not to my knowledge.
I've got a middle name that I want.
Just a middle name?
Yes.
Not a first?
No, not a first. I don't.
Okay. What is it?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I don't. If you don't want to tell us, you don't have to tell us.
If he tells us one of the middle names, I'll say it.
But see,
No. There's no fun in that. No. His kid's on the way, so.
speaking of, let's add in as another thing on top of it what day you think the baby.
Oh,
will be
yes,
born.
yeah. What we reckon the date will be.
Okay.
So the due date is the 9th. Currently, it's the 6th.
And I know you would love this as well. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th, because I'm a horror fan.
Yeah.
So I'll say.
I think it's going to toy with you, and it's going to be 2 weeks late.
Imagine that.
No, you know what?
Yeah.
Halloween, baby.
No, I said that as well, but nah.
Guys, they don't let you go that far over.
Yeah,
don't let you
they
go
won't.
that
23rd.
23rd?
Yep, 2 weeks. And she'll be in
23rd
Tuesday.
of the 10th.
2 weeks.
23, 10, 23.
That's
That's not
a good
bad.
number.
That'd be a cool.
No, I'd love for it to be Friday the 13th, but I feel like it might be a little bit late. So I'm
This
is
is
gonna say, like,
Halloween.
the-
This is Halloween.
No, you know what? I'm going to stick with it. Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I've been saying that to Claudia for about 6 months, and it'd be dope if it was born
Yeah.
on Friday the 13th.
You've
Yeah.
been saying, oh, I hope it's not born on the grand final, and then Friday the 13th. Every day you're saying a child has been born today.
Well, as it's gotten closer, it started to
You got more of a possibility of being right.
yeah.
Things go wrong on Friday the 13th, so
Things go wrong on Friday the 13th.
Not always. My mum was
Depends how
born.
you look at it, really.
My mum was born on
Just
Friday.
depends on who you ask.
Depends
if
if you're in the movies or not.
the victims of the movie.
Yeah, I was going to say the movies. Victims in the movies would beg to differ on that one, but
Yeah. They had a very strong opinion about that, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've just come back. My mum was born on Friday the 13th.
Was she?
Really?
Yeah.
Fun fact with Tyson.
Yeah.
We can't forget about that.
No.
It's all happening at the moment. We're just a waiting game now. And
Oh, yeah.
probably, as I said, by the time this episode comes out,
Hopefully.
hopefully the baby will be here.
Hopefully, yeah. Have you would have had a lot of time to think about like what lessons and how like you're going to be a father and stuff like that. What's come to mind the most with that sort of thing?
It's a really hard question. Because like growing up, my parents were like exactly how I wanted to be.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
They were good role models, you say.
yeah, well, I've been told that I am just turning into my dad at this point.
I feel like that happens, yeah.
Yeah, and I think growing up, that's why we would clash so much, is because we were so similar. If I parent the way that they have parented, I think it'll be...
The kid's going to be messed up.
Yeah. I was actually about to say you turned out okay.
Yeah, well...
Mum, am I allergic to bees? Trying to
Was
think.
I pushed down the stairs? So we're FaceTiming Jenna to figure out what she
FaceTiming
reckons.
Jenna, because I can almost guarantee she'll be playing Call of Duty right now.
Love that look for you, Tyson.
Hey, Jenna. So I've got Colesy and Tyson here.
So,
Really?
We were just having a conversation about what day we think my baby is going to be born. What do you think?
I think it's either going to be a Tuesday or Wednesday.
So she said the 10th or 11th. So you've all said 3 different dates.
but there's only one baby.
Yeah.
Oh, God. One of the teachers at work was like, oh, you might have twins. And I was like, God, don't tell me that. So one is enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
One is enough. I've been told that parenting 90% of the time is making it up as you go along.
Yeah.
And you never really know what the hell you're doing. You just wing it. You know, and that's what apparently being a parent involves. And like...
Sometimes that sort of thing is more prevalent and more obvious in other parents. You know what I mean? I mean, the other thing is too, with you and Claudia, you're going to be surrounded by a lot of people who are going to be there for you.
Yeah.
It's going to be there to help you guys and help love the kid as well. So it's not like you're completely
we've
alone.
got a really good, as Jenna would call it, a village.
Yeah. You're a village idiot. Hey, CA.
YMCA. I guess you could call them the village people.
Well, yeah.
No, we've got a good...
Wait, how come I'm the
That's why.
village? Hey.
I was going to say, that's pretty
Before.
self-explanatory.
No, hey, I reckon you'd probably beat me for that title.
You reckon?
No, just in hair loss.
That's what I didn't wear tonight.
Yeah.
My hat.
Shiny.
Oh, gosh. It always looks so bad on camera.
What do we say? It's got the reflective index equivalent of a Masonite diamond. Which,
Yeah.
fun fact, sparkles more than a regular diamond and costs a hell of a lot less than diamonds.
Okay.
So, fun fact, if you ever want to get married and propose.
We're now going into fun facts now, are we?
Well,
Yeah, have you got one?
I've got one.
you got one. Let's go.
They say 5% of babies are actually born on their due date.
Only 5%.
Only 5%. And another off-topic one. Lego minifigures have the largest population on Earth.
Lego minifigures.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that.
Wait, elaborate on that.
Because, like, you think about how many Lego minifigures
Are out
one person could have in their collection. I'm trying to look around and see if there's...
I don't have any mini ones.
Oh, you're boring. But yeah, you
So,
think... Yeah, you think
because
that's
on
the numbers.
average, there's more minifigures than people, is what you're saying?
there. So on population base. So
Not
so
average.
You go like there's like Australia population, China population. There's more of them than there are people in China in the world.
That's insane.
I've also heard apparently there's like, for every one person on Earth, there's like 6,000 bugs or insects or some sort of stat like that.
Last fun fact: snakes can predict earthquakes.
I've heard this. Elaborate.
So the snakes can sense an earthquake 75 miles away 5 days before it happens.
Okay. So what I'm hearing here is snakes have psychic abilities.
Yeah.
No. Because you think the way they move, they slither on the earth and they're sensors.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Senses would be heightened.
Their sentences would be heightened. Just like their grammar is good.
See?
Village idiot.
Yeah.
Senses.
Sentences.
We need to stop this. There's a lot at stake. Steak.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, we can all point fingers here. We know who the real digit is.
Like the Spider-Man meme.
We could just point at this person here. That's not you.
No.
Yeah, well, she's not here. I'm sitting in her spot. Now, we were going to wrap up with...
Solid segue.
we were going to wrap up with some Today I Effed Up Reddit stories, but I feel like we're running out of time.
Yeah, time is up for this episode, I
You
think.
got one short one, don't you?
Oh, I might actually.
Is it short?
Hold on, let me have a squeeze.
Is that what she said? That's right. The dad-to-be is very focused on a task over there.
So, if we'd like to finish on one,
Yeah.
I've got a shortish one.
Cool.
And it's really weird. Oh, okay.
I mean, we've had weird encounters on this podcast before, but let's see if it makes the top 3.
So, I just want to put this out in the air. I didn't write this.
Okay.
I'm
glad you had to elaborate,
This is not a
Pretty sure he
mistake
said
that
this
I've made.
before the turtle as well.
Oh, yeah.
No, it was the finger. I was wiping that.
Oh, both just as bad as each other. Poor turtle.
All right. So, today I fucked up.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm pretty sure I just pleasured my cat.
Excuse me?
Would you like me to elaborate on this person's story?
Jeez, I don't think you should.
Yes, this
My-
definitely sounds like something he'd do.
My wife and I recently adopted a 1-year-old black female cat who was recently spayed. Her stitches are still there, and her fur is growing back. She's such a friendly little cat. She loves my wife and I and is so interested in our infant son and our massive dog. She's docile enough for me to sweep her up and cradle her on her back like you would to a baby. I like to scratch her belly when I hold her like that, and she seems to love it.
So far it's PG, okay.
I was curious about how her procedure site was healing and if her stitches had changed at all. So I continued to scratch but moved down her belly toward her lower area.
Less PG?
I was feeling around and noticed her hind legs stretched out and spread, and her face had a weird look on it. Sort of like a mixture of an, oh, that's the spot look and what the heck is going on look. I quickly moved back up to her chest area to keep scratching and also wondered what the heck is going on. I'm pretty sure I just accidentally pleasured my cat and I feel pretty gross about that. Has anyone else ever experienced that? Stay away from you weirdos who do that shit on purpose.
Well, I mean, you've heard of playing with your pussy before, but... Claudia just goes, Colesy, you're fucked.
Wow.
Yeah, what do we think of that?
Wow.
I'm dying. That's what I think of it.
Wow.
Was that a great way to end the episode or what?
Look, I don't know how you can beat that.
We go about talking babies and then pleasuring a cat.
Well, I did warn you.
Oh, yeah, okay. All bets are off now.
But yeah, funny thing to end the episode on.
Yeah, no, you've done well.
Do we have any thoughts on that?
Don't get a cat?
I think I want to shoot my brains out right now.
All right. And that was episode 16.
Wait. Housekeeping!
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I don't
my
think
goodness me.
we swore much this episode.
Yeah.
Apparently, at some point, my shoelace came undone as well.
I want to find that out.
Sorry about that.
About what?
Shoelace.
You didn't do
Well, you did it, did you?
I didn't.
No.
I was going to say,
That went awesome.
hold on, no, because
And you know
no,
what?
you wouldn't have.
It'll be in the video. All I see is his foot just like...
That would have went
untie
awesome
it.
if I'd just undone it.
Housekeeping.
Adam, you are on 60. You've broken 60.
Celebrate.
I swore once. I'm
Yes.
on 8. Other than that, unchanged. So Tyson, you're on 15. Jenna,
Well done,
on-
Tyson. All right, that was episode 16. Thank you for listening, and we will see you all on the next video.
And Jenna will be doing it.
Bye-bye.
And it's Jenna's.
So-
We'll get
Yeah,
copyright trademarked here.
Maybe.
He did a Markiplier outro.
Yeah, no one else got
You know
it.
Markiplier?
Yeah.
He did an outro exactly like him. We're going to get done for copyright.
Yeah, but I like Markiplier. So hopefully he doesn't sue us.
Yes, I'm sure stalkers like him too.
I mean... anyway.
Yahoo!
Yahoo!